the garden. Thanks, everybody back there.
Cover when dealing with soil, because this is exactly what will happen. You'll get runoff. One of the soil health principles is armor over your soil, and that'll do a lot of things. It will control your runoff, control temperatures, whether it's too warm or too cold. It'll do its best to fight against that. Really a necessity, and that's why our no-till here is
Healthy
because
soil.
it's lacking cover, which is something.
Enjoy. Produce.
All right.
Healthy,
We're gonna shut it off here.
healthy and strong and delicious.
Yeah, and then absolutely. If anyone wants to come up, take a good look at these buckets before we have a quick question period, get an idea of what we're looking at. You'll see that
I
some,
couldn't see from back there, so
Yeah.
come on up.
you'll see that some have higher amounts of runoff when compared to infiltration back here. Mainly with this one leading the way with almost no cover on top.
Oh, God.
This is about as perfect as a visual representation of a rainfall event in different scenarios that you can get here.
Thank you. I won't do it on you because you would, but it'll keep on the back. Yeah, with the compost.
Yeah, they do.
Too.
So you think you're saying conventional tillage would even be more runoff
Yeah,
than you
it,
see with
it
no-till?
would, and that's because usually with no-till you would have that layer of cover above hand, whereas conventional you're ripping up the soil and taking along whatever cover it is along with it, and that's something you absolutely want to avoid.
So for gardeners, the lesson here,
Use cover, straw, mulch, whatever it is. Rotate your plants, keep it diverse as best as you can.
So what did the best say, the no cover or no till would cover?
The best, let's see here. It looks like this is how much, topsoil, whatever it may be, is coming off of your plot.
And can you explain to everyone what that means, especially being in an urban area when, we're trying to grow and we lose that much soil with a rain event or even just regular watering and where that water winds up?
Yeah, so it's detrimental in a lot of different ways. In terms of where it ends up, it's just going to keep running. If it's on a slope, it's going to roll down that slope as long as it wants to, take along whatever topsoil is there. In terms of the soil, it's stripping this top layer of soil, which is what you absolutely need for successful cropping, whatever it is. It is the most organic, rich, nutrient-rich layer of soil, and when that runs off, you're stripping your soil of all of that, and it's taking your plant's potential nutrients and bringing it away to wherever it lands. So it's really something you want to avoid, and that's something you can avoid with a simple cover, mulch, straw, whatever it is. It'll do its job.
So talk about the samples where there is no water. What's going on there?
So yeah, the samples that have no water, you'll see behind it, this is where all the water went. This is that soil acting as a sponge, absorbing the water, whereas with no cover, etc., this is what happens. This right here is what you want. This is perfect. You're not losing that organic, nutrient dense layer of soil, and it's just overall the best for your farm, whatever it is that you are growing. It's good. This is what you want.
So starting with the rotational pasture being the first, the best, prairie grass next, and so on?
Yeah, so these 3 samples I say did the best. This 4th one not so well, and this is just your monoculture of grass. That could be for a number of different reasons, more so with the lack of diversity, which is what Another thing you'll see that the more diverse plants here have different root systems, allowing for different pores, more infiltration, and that is absolutely the key, as well as cover to having a your organic layer of soil staying there, helping your plants as long as they can.
Can we kind of highlight those? So it's keep your ground covered.
Yep, keep your ground covered.
Diversity of
Plant
plants.
diversity, continuous live plants and roots is what you want. You need something live there, fixing nutrients, whatever it is. That's what's gonna help keep this organic layer of soil nutrient dense as much as it can.
And also having continuous cover, again, it's kind of with the farming context in mind, because if you think about what happens after harvest, there are people who don't go back and make sure that their ground is covered after they've come through and harvested, and all winter long what happens? Rain, snow, and all of that soil goes down unless you have a good cover on top. So that context makes a little bit more sense to us when we're not thinking of it in the context of gardening. But it's still a soil principle that pertains. If it's covered, you can see the difference. And diverse, you can see the difference.
These real currants in a while. These are
Elderberries.
currants, right?
Nope, they're elderberries.
Elderberries. They're small.
When they're dark, then they're ripe, and they're really high in vitamin C.
They get bigger than this, though, right?
Yeah,
Really?
Not too much.
No? Okay.
Elderberries tend to stay about like that.
You know, I remember as a kid, my mom and my aunt got a bunch of elderberries, but I wasn't with them when they picked them. So,
Elderberries. And all the cabbage. Wow. We're doing some real gardening. Farming. Goodness, I didn't know this was all back here. This is amazing. This is awesome. Let down over there in the yellow pants.
You can take this home with you, and you gotta give it lots of water.
This right here is my cashew onion dip. It's green because it has arugula and spinach and cashews and zucchini and stuff like that in here. No preservatives, no additives, wheat gluten free, absolutely delicious. This right here is like, this is my, I don't know what I want to call it.
What's in it?
So what's in it? We have carrots. We have zucchini, we have pumpkin seeds, we have walnuts, we have red peppers, green peppers, all good stuff. Again, wheat, gluten, dairy free, no preservatives, no additives, and anything. Bless you, ma'am. And here are my hummus. This is a hummus, and it has chickpeas. I like to try to put as much vegetables as I possibly can in my stuff. So, of course, again, zucchini is really good. It's nice and smooth. So that's in here. And this one here, this is like a paprika. And, you know, and so with my hummus, I always put sunflower seeds and or pumpkin seeds, and they're raw in these too. So, and because I made myself, and I used to sell these too. These were hot commodity. You ain't gonna find nothing like this on the market absolutely anywhere. And y'all should feel blessed and grateful that I brought some of these. I'ma tell you. So these are my flaxseed crackers. Flax seed crackers. I have red and green cabbage. I have kale. I have sunflower seeds. I have zucchini, I have pumpkin seeds, and flax seeds.
Look at how the little kids' table is. The little kids' garden table. See how cute this is. Look at the table teach the kids how to garden.
Oh, yeah, I got that already. Yes. Yeah.
I think they're gonna do a walk, but I'll do my own walk because they're taking a long time. They wanna talk and stuff, so I just wanna see what's out here.